problem. Now, the beautiful thing is that the federal government right now can borrow so inexpensively. This is probably a great time for the federal government to go out and borrow money.
Or just print it.
Well, you can
borrow
these
bailouts and these rescues, what do you think of
Well, except what they're paying for the money is so cheap right now, it's not such a bad deal. I mean, they're paying
Would you bail out the auto industry?
The auto industry is such a great question, and it's such an interest, and this will be studied for years. Do you do it? Do you not do it? And I've watched Gettelfinger, the union head, on television. He is one of the greatest representatives for a group of people that I've ever seen. You sit there and it looks like your grandfather is just talking to you, a fireside chat, like the people are starving in the union. And then I go to people and friends of mine that are in the auto business, and he talks about 2 and 3 year severance. He talks about you're taking care for the rest of your life, no matter what happens. A disaster, a legacy that's a total disaster. But you watch this guy, I really mean it. They have one of the great representatives I've ever seen. Because you watch him and you almost want to write a check to the union saying...
So you don't think he's conceited enough?
I think that the unions are really, really hurting very badly what's going on with the autos. And, you know, I also think they make a good product. I mean, I hear so much. The problem is that the leadership doesn't talk about how good the product is. I buy American. We buy a lot of trucks and a lot of things American. They're really good products, and nobody talks about the quality. I keep hearing about how Japan makes this great product, how other countries make. We make a great product. And by the way, the union workers are fantastic, but probably they have to take a cut. But if you listen to Gettelfinger, it's almost like, you know, the world has collapsed.
But would you bail them out?
There's so many ways that it can be saved. If they do a Chapter 11,
bankruptcy is an option.
If they do a Chapter 11, and over the years I put companies into a Chapter 11. You negotiate from Chapter 11.
And it worked for you. You came back from that. They say it can't work for them because people wouldn't buy from a bankrupt auto company.
Look,
they wouldn't buy cars.
Many of the people that you report about have taken companies and put them into Chapter 11. Now, I wouldn't want to do it on a personal basis, and I've never done it on a personal basis, but if you look at WCI, it's Carl Icahn. If you look at something else, it's somebody else. I mean, many people, you know, it doesn't get the publicity of the auto business, unless, of course, I happen to do it, in which case it
But Don, the auto guys say they would be different